How's it, guys? This is Davey FPL, and welcome back to a little bit of a different live stream for the end of the season. So I'll be going through my live reaction to the games that have taken place. I've literally known nothing about the games. It was quite hard. Try to distract myself a little bit, and I managed to avoid all the news. So I've got no news about them. As you can see on screen here, I just went to the fantasy website, went to the prize tab without seeing anything. So that's why we're on this prize tab. As you can see, some lovely prizes that we could potentially win, but we're not going to, because no ways we're going to finish first, second, or third in the WOD. But however, those places have now been confirmed. I don't think the leagues have been exactly updated. However, we can go on to a website like livefpl.net and we can check our score after this. So unfortunately, guys, I won't be reading any chat. I think you'll understand that. And sometimes there will be some spoilers that people put in their chat. But hopefully it was a good game week. I just wanted to say, just talk a little bit so that people could get in if they wanted to see this. But however, this will be on live replay if you do want to go and watch it. So what I'll be doing is going over to the to the fixtures tab, as you can see here. And then I think, if I remember correctly, what happens is they list all the fixtures. But what I'll do is I'll cover the screen, expand the first fixture without looking at it. I think, if I remember correctly, it was Watford versus Arsenal. So we'll expand that specific fixture, and then we'll just basically run through them. So it's not going to be too long of a live stream. However, after we go through the fixtures, obviously we're going to look at the team and how we did, and then also be going over to some of your guys' teams and seeing how you did. So as I said, hopefully this game week was quite good for everyone, and you managed to win those mini leagues. I know there was a lot of rotation there in that deadline stream where we kind of went over the Salah and the Mane rotation. They could have potentially come on and still done really well. So I'll be taking a look at that. But let's get on and look at the fixture. So I'm going to cover up the screen real quick here. Just bear with me a little bit. So I think I can go and I can expand the first fixture. So I think we're all good here. So let's go and look at it. Okay, so we do have Arsenal versus Watford, 3-2. So really sorry for those of you who are Watford fans. That probably means that Watford could potentially go down. We will cover that, I guess, afterwards. But we did bring in Aubameyang. I honestly don't even know my team right now, because if you can remember in the deadline stream, we transferred out Mahrez for David Silva, and I don't even know if that move went through. But hopefully the team saved and everything was good. But Arsenal ended up beating Watford 3-2. So it looks like a good decision to not have had Martinez in goal there. Aubameyang with 2 goals, 1 assist, and then 3 bonus points. It looks there like Deeney and Welbeck also scored, so that must have been really hard. Obviously, I can't see when the minutes that the goals are scored, but that's really unfortunate for Watford there. So as I said, apologies if they actually managed to get relegated. So, but that does look good for our Aubameyang pick there. It looks 2 goals and 1 assist. I don't think there's more that you can ask from there. So that looks like a good result. Let's go on to the next one here. We have Brighton versus Burnley. Burnley lost. No clean sheet. Oh my goodness. But Peters managed to get an assist. So that was at least good there. I didn't end up getting any bonus points. The likes of Connolly scored. Oh my goodness. I think he still was. Actually, he wasn't on our bench because we brought in Aubameyang. The scenes if you started Connolly. I think it was Time James that recently had Connolly captain. So Time, hopefully you had Connolly captain again. But that is really interesting. Okay, so we had Peters assist and Mupai assist with Wood scoring the goal. So that's good for you Wood owners. However, for us Pope owners, that does not look too great. That is really unfortunate if you actually ended up with that triple up. But that's just how sometimes things end up working. So hopefully that didn't come back to bite us too much. We then have the Chelsea-Wolves game, which actually ended up being a 2-0 victory with Giroud and Mount. And then Alonso and Mount ended up scoring. So the likes of Alonso probably went on for a massive haul there, which is pretty impressive for them. It doesn't look like it was too much of an interesting game. It does look like Chelsea should do quite well then. I mean, Chelsea were going for that Champions League spot. This win, I think it's going to therefore mean that whoever won United, Leicester, end up winning, going to the Champions League. So Alonso, if you did still own him, That all been quite good. Doesn't look like too many saves were done on that part, so probably quite a close game. But in the end, I think Mount ended up getting in the max bonus points there with Alonso, so that's quite good. Next game, this is going to be a killer. Spurs, Crystal Palace 1-1, but Kane ended up getting a goal. So that is quite good from Harry Kane there. 3 bonus points as well. Not the best in the world because obviously we brought in Serge Aurier, so no goals there, or no clean sheet points from him. But at least Harry Kane got something. Also, Heung-min Son doesn't look like he got anything, which is a little bit disappointing for those of you who had him in the squad. But then at least Kane did get a goal, I guess. But I was expecting more from this game, especially from a clean sheet point of view. So basically, I think we're on 0 clean sheets at the moment, which is not good. And especially because we had the likes of Neco Williams as our last defender who can potentially get a clean sheet. But at least Kane did end up scoring. I think the big game is going to be coming up next. Actually not. Okay, so Bournemouth ended up winning. What was this game week? Okay, so Bournemouth ended up winning, which might mean, I think that definitely confirms Watford's relegation. I'm sure you guys will correct me in chat. I can't read it right now. But okay, so Bournemouth ended up winning 3-1. No Everton clean sheet. Solanke actually ended up scoring. So those of you who took a little bit of a punt on him, that looks good. Rico as well. I think there was someone in chat, if I recall correctly, that asked if they would play Diego Rico or someone else. I think it was Saiz. So hopefully they ended up playing Diego Rico. But that's a really surprising game, Shaman. It shows you what happens when a team has really something to play for. So Bournemouth ended up winning 3-1. A little bit of a surprising victory there. I think most people were considering a comfortable Everton win, which is not what happened. I'm just kind of waiting for this Man United-Leicester game because that's going to be the game that really bites us. Okay, so we have Man United here, Leicester 2-0 for Man United. Fernandes with a goal, Martial with an assist. That is not too great for us because that's going to be some big points that we end up losing. So Williams actually kept a clean sheet. I think he's on our bench. So Fernandes 3 bonus points, Williams 2, Wan-Bissaka 1. It'll be interesting to see if it was a penalty. And then Lingard. I think someone on Twitter said this could be the resurrection of Lingard. Jesse Lingard actually ended up scoring. So Fernandes isn't too great, especially because he's owned by a lot of people in the top 10K. So we're going to have to take a look at how that went on for us. But right now, I don't really know how to judge it because obviously Martial got an assist. We don't have him. Fernandes ended up getting a goal and 3 bonus points. We don't have him. And Wan-Bissaka is quite high owned as well. So that's pretty good for those of you who have the United players. So it does look like United and Chelsea will be playing Champions League football, and then Leicester managed to drop out. So unfortunately for those of you who do support Leicester, I guess that's something that you just have to take. And then we have Man City versus Norwich. Okay, this is the big one. This is the big one, guys. So 5-0. Let's just see who ended up scoring. De Bruyne 2, Mahrez got a goal. So it's going to come down to see if Mahrez actually ended up getting a transfer. So Mahrez got a goal and an assist. So I'm really itching to see if the Mahrez transfer actually went through or if he stayed in our squads. De Bruyne with 2 goals, which is really good. Sterling with 1 goal, which is a return, I guess. So not too bad. And then Walker with an assist, which is pretty good. So De Bruyne with all 3 bonus points. Walker with 1, and then Jesus with 2. So Jesus definitely looked like a good option there. But right now, I'm kind of hoping that the Mahrez transfer didn't go through because that would be quite unfortunate. Because I quickly did it Mahrez to David Silva at the last minute. So that could come back and bite us. We're going to have to see that. Okay, Liverpool, Newcastle. So that's not a clean sheet, depending kind of on how Newcastle did. So Van Dijk actually ended up getting a goal along with Mane. So that's quite interesting there. I think it was, someone said that Van Dijk's a really good option because Newcastle are really bad at defending headers. So that's at least a goal for you Van Dijk owners. But Robertson managed to get an assist. So it all depends kind of on when Newcastle scored their goal. But looking here, it does look like they conceded it quite early on because I think that the bonus points in the defenders would have been a lot higher. So that's that game. And then let's go on to Southampton, Sheffield United. So, oh goodness. Okay, so Danny Ings got 1 goal. Che Adams actually ended up getting more. So Danny Ings still with the 2 bonus points. So that's still, I reckon the owners will take that. That still looks like a good result for Southampton. So Lundstrom actually got a goal as well. So I think he would have come on. I don't exactly know the Sheffield United team sheet, but I think with Lundstrom, lots of people benched him, so that could be a little bit of an unfortunate benching if you did have him on your bench. But I don't think many people were expecting a lot from this game. Maybe if you did own Danny Ings, but he still got a goal and some returns on bonus points, so that looks pretty good. And then in the last game, so we have Aston Villa and then West Ham. So I do think that this means Aston Villa are safe. Grealish with the goal, trust him to get that goal for them. So that looks quite good for him. And then McGinn with an assist, and then a yellow card for Samatta, Fredericks, and Antonio. So Antonio didn't actually end up getting a goal. He just got a yellow card. So a little bit unfortunate for you owners. But if you did manage to take a punt on Grealish, that could look quite good. So kind of now's the time to go look and see if the team actually, what happened with the team. Okay, so the Mahrez transfer didn't go through. Okay, so that's a good thing for us. So we got 81 points. The defense is pretty terrible. Actually, are bonus points in. So I guess I can go look at chat now because everything's done. So let's bring up the chat. Let's bring up the chat and take a look at what you guys are saying here. So how's it, guys? Hopefully it was a good game week. I can see you there. So all of you there with your Mahrez captains that were all so angry when the lineups got announced. Now you're rejoicing it. Okay, so Harold won his mini league. Well done, my boy. That's a good win. How did you do time, G Bell? I couldn't make the Mahrez to DeSalva switch in time like you did. But luckily it turned out well. So I think for me it also turned out well because I also didn't manage to get it done. But are the bonus points confirmed, guys? Can you just tell me that? Okay, it does look like bonus points are in. But I'm pretty sure you guys will say. Okay, so Vincent said he finished 1 point behind the top 10K, which is a little bit disappointing there. He should have gone for KDB captain. I mean, we're all going to be doing hindsight there, but KDB was definitely a good captain to go for. Those of you who did manage to go from, that's a great kind of captaincy. And I do think he got the record then. So obviously, because he got a goal and 2 assists. So he got the record there. Sterling ended up getting a goal, so that's also pretty good. So Sterling actually managed to play a full 90. What happened with... So Neco Williams ended up playing 84 minutes, so then they must have conceded. What we can also do... Yes, bonus points in. So thanks, Bikash. Thanks for and Sultan for saying that. Okay, so a lot of you saying you managed to overturn your mini leagues, which is really good. So I'm really happy for you guys. In the end, it does look like Salah ended up blanking, which isn't too great for him, unfortunately. What I want to do is I want to go look at this table, though, guys, because I just want to see what happened. Okay, so Manchester United and Chelsea are through. Leicester dropped out. Spurs, with that draw, managed to overtake. So I think this spot is the Europa League qualifier. So that's quite good. And then Bournemouth went down, Watford went down, and then the great escape by Aston Villa managed to overcome that. So condolences if you did. If you are a fan of Watford, Bournemouth, or Norwich, we can get some Fs in chat for that one. I think it's an emoji that I did post quite recently. So we can get some Fs in chat for those teams. Okay, so Liverpool conceded in 28 seconds. What? Okay, so if you guys don't know, I'm a Liverpool fan, so I was really worried. And I was with my dad at the moment, and he got a WhatsApp from one of his mates, and I checked and I saw it was 5:04, and I thought to myself, no ways anything's happened. No ways has anything happened in that game. At least not a Liverpool conceding, so that's quite disappointing. So I guess then it means that Jamie Vardy won the Golden Boot as well. So that's quite good. Steve, I saw you in chat. Did you still go with the Salah captain? Can you just post that? I played the wrong Williams, Lamar. Well, I mean, it looks like I did as well. This lad, Brandon Williams, who I thought was going to get absolutely rinsed by St. Maximum, ended up doing quite well. So the defense here, guys, let us down quite hard. So as Optimus Prime is saying there, that goal with Sheffield United that was over the line was the kind of the decider. So I'm pretty sure we're going to have a lot of worries about that. So Time's saying, okay, so let's actually go and check live FPL. Okay, so live FPL still being a little bit buggy, so we'll wait a bit for that. So Corin Wright with £5 saying, congrats on another good finish, Davey. My friends and I had a mini league since 2013, and I secured the title for a third year straight. Peace. So I don't think you need my help anymore, Corin. I think you can just go for your own on your own advice there. You seem to be doing really well on that. So congratulations, Corin, and thanks for the donation. Okay, Liz was listening to a deadline stream, had to do a -12, triple captain Kane. Oh, okay, if only it was a Aubameyang, but I mean, Steve, I'm not going to say anything about that because I mean, like, what would have happened? But Kane, I'm still happy that you did that. I was really worried because I wanted to ask you on your stream, but I didn't want to because I didn't want to like start anything or like make you like more sad or whatever. But I'm really happy that you actually didn't end up with the Salah captain. Okay, so people are saying that they captained the wrong Williams, but then they're saying at the start, so they actually started Brandon Williams instead of Neco Williams. So that ended up actually being quite good for you guys. You can actually try and refresh here and see if it manages to work. Shame, I'm pretty sure Live FPL is getting a lot of traffic right now. Oh, okay, so we finished just about the 5K mark. Okay. So it's a little bit disappointing, but I think I'll take that, to be honest. Okay, so Carlson, G-Ball said Carlson finished 10th, had a disastrous game week, Salah captain. Okay, that is shame. So that's disappointing. Number 1 manager in the world. Okay, so let's go and see who actually won the league, because I'm pretty sure we'll be able to get the overall rankings. Because I'm pretty sure I know that Too Good FPL was quite high up. I think he was 3rd because he had quite a couple of videos that he was making. Okay, so he actually ended up winning, but he stomped it. He won it by like, how many points is that? Like 20 points. That is crazy. Okay, so he's going to be absolutely pumping on his socials. Everyone's going to be following him. So congratulations to Too Good FPL. That's a great finish. And I mean, he's going to get those prizes that we saw at the start. So a couple more donations from Declan Clark saying, won £500 from my work league. Absolutely buzzing. Thanks for your content. Helped me all the way. Well, hopefully you invest that. Maybe buy some Bitcoin or something, because that's quite a bit of money. But happy for you, Declan, that you managed to win. James also saying, thanks for everything. Really enjoyed all your videos. Couldn't have won my mini league without your help, so I'm glad you won it as well, James. And as there's Too Good FPL managed to win, so he's going to be absolutely buzzing. I'm sure he's going to be partying a little bit, hopefully safely with the coronavirus situation, but that is a great finish from him. So yeah, I mean, I don't really know what much there is more to say, except I think it's been a good season. I mean, considering we were 8K, it's unfortunate that we didn't manage to finish within the top 500 or 5K. What am I even saying? The top 5K, but I'll take that, I guess. I think that can be considered a good season. I don't know what you guys would consider that, but I do think it's a good season overall. I'm just a little bit disappointed with the bench because I wonder how many points I actually was off that 5K, because if the bench actually ended up working, I mean, if the defense ended up working out, we could have been on for a lot more points. But, I don't think I was ever not going to have a Burnley defense double up or even triple up. And I just put in Williams because that allowed me to get a Aubameyang. So maybe if I had Trent, it would have been a little bit different. Oh, Streamlabs donation. Okay, let me go on Streamlabs. I'm honestly so bad with the stream. I think I might just have to take off that donation link in the chat because I never have it on. But at least I can see it in chat what you guys are saying. But yeah, I mean, if you managed to captain De Bruyne, you would have absolutely pumped this week. Imagine that. You couldn't afford Sterling, so your only option was to captain De Bruyne. Because that's what some people were forced into doing. That is crazy. Okay, Mr. Naidu with $1 saying, hi, Davey. For the next season, will you confirm all your transfers on Twitter? Unfortunately, because of the price rise, I couldn't afford your teams. It would be great if you showed us how to play on wildcard and free it to raise the team value. Cheers. Okay, so I can do that. I think I tried to do that as best I could this season, but obviously you sometimes miss some stuff. But I will try next season. Finished just outside the top 200k. So sorry, I'm seeing a lot of like finished just outside 100k, 50k, 200k. So that's really unfortunate, guys. But I'm also seeing a lot of one mini leagues. So I mean that's you got to be proud of that. Optimus Prime, thanks for the kind words there. I appreciate it, brother. No worries, Surav. And G Bell, my main mini league rival, had KDB triple captain. I was shaking. Managed to win by 3 points in the end. That is absolutely insane. I mean, I would have said I would have been something myself. I'm not going to say it on stream because it's family friendly, but I also would have been having quite a rough time there if my mini league rival managed to get that many points. Sultan Saeed saying finished just inside the top 20k in the end, so that's great. The milestones are the most important. I think like 5k, 10k, 1k, 100k, 50k, any increasing integer is pretty good. Oladapo, I was using it's livefpl.net, and then you just go live rank, and then you say change team ID or just type in your team ID. You can get your team ID from just going to your points total, and then it's this value before the event. That's your kind of number that you just paste in there. And then it'll bring up this like where you finished and whatever, which is quite nice. Actually, I wanted to see the top 10k statistics because that's probably the most important. Osama saying first year inside the top 100k. Well done, brother. That's pretty good finish there. Finished top 20k, won my mini league, about $250. So that's the best when you manage to win some cash from these mini leagues. It kind of makes all the work that you've put in and all the time that you put in worth it. Thanks, Cool Bear. I appreciate it, brother. Brother or sister, we have female viewers on this channel as well. Finished 191.9k. I was at what a ride. Well done. That's a great finish to do, especially because it's a top 2k. From 700k last season to finding a channel, I appreciate it. And finished 30k. That's great. No worries, Optimus. I'll look into that. Thanks, Kais. Second season finished inside the top 20k. So that's a great finish to do. Okay, so Sterling was highly captained. You can see here, he had effective ownership about 130%, which is crazy. Fernandez was a bit lower, so that's maybe why we did a little bit better because he wasn't as highly owned. That Kevin De Bruyne captain is insane. That is crazy. David Silva with 3 points, so that's a little bit unfortunate. Obviously, I don't know what happened in the game, so they might have got a penalty, might have not. Okay, so that actually happened to maybe. So Oladapo said that the second place triple captain De Bruyne. That's unfortunate. It's just one of those things where it comes down to the last game of the season. I mean, 19 points is absolutely crazy. I would consider maybe like 10 points a success on a triple captain. 19 points is absolutely ridiculous. Chris France saying, any early thoughts on next season, Davey boy? Sorry, Chris, I can tell you that I'm probably going to be enjoying the break a little bit. However, I will release preseason content because that's kind of when the hype is the most. But I'm probably going to take a little bit of a break from FPL for a little bit. I won't lie, today I was a little bit of a mess. I was really nervous for this final game week because obviously I was just inside that top 10k and I wanted to finish there. Time saying, I'm thrilled, not impressed, but for me to finish at 102k after finishing 9. No, that's great, Tom. The thing is, you got to improve every season. As long as you're improving, that's quite good. So as Light Razor is saying there, David Silva blanked. So that is unfortunate. And then Salah with 1 point. So I think Salah would have been quite hard. You see there, 40% of people, but then owned by 33. So I think a lot of people ended up benching him, which was quite good. What's a good average for a season? So I'm not the best person to ask Antonio because I think that I set quite high standards for myself. But I think if it's your first season, I think 100k is good, 50k is really good, and then top 10k is like really nice to finish in. It all depends on kind of how you do. I think as long as you're winning your mini leagues, you can finish as low as you want. Obviously, you want a competitive mini league. If it's a bunch of your mates that make their teams one game week and then just leave them for the rest, then you can't really look at that. But if you're winning a mini league that's competitive, I don't think you have to worry about that rank. Sultan Said saying, Davey, how many seasons have you played? So I think I've played 4 seasons. So if you're looking at my game week history, this is my game week history. So 2016 I started. I I started game week 8 or 10. I can't remember. I saw one of my mates play it, and I was like, what are you playing? And he said, no fantasy, you should make an account. So I started game week 8 or game week 10, I can't remember. And then I thought that you get a chip every single game week. So I used my bench boost, my triple captain, and then there was a chip called the all-out attack. I used that in the first 3 game weeks because I thought you could choose what chip to use every game week, like you get one new every week. So that was kind of a noob mistake from me. Then 2017, I took it a little bit more seriously, finished 65k. And obviously last season was the big one, 22nd. And then this season, it's about 5.4, 5.5, which is, so this is my 4th season. Apologies for that cough, guys. Sid Dave saying, thank you, Dave. You won my mini league. Finished top 100k, top 3k in India. That's great to finish. The best thing for me is like your overall rank is good, but then if you win, if you hype in your country, then like that's another feeling. Like last season when I finished first in South Africa, I was really happy because it's just something different. Obviously, if you manage to finish first in the world, it's a completely different monster. But the first in your country is really good. First season of FPL finished 10k in the world. That's great to hear. I did the same last year, so it's pretty noob on me in my first season, but I think everyone can have one season off. One mini league, even though 11 points behind, and top player was free at 41k overall. So as I said, if you win your mini league, no one's complaining. Time they say my gaming history pre-Davey and post-Davey is like looking at a dude who decided to take steroids. So that's good. Hopefully my channel is like drugs to you then and you're addicted to it. But yeah, thanks a lot for the kind words, Time, and obviously thanks for being a member. Karan saying he's won his mini league. Well done. I'm really happy. Hey Davey, I finished just above you in SA. Pretty happy. Sam, congratulations to you. Like if any of my viewers come in and say that they finished above me, I'm just like, I'm like, that's what I want to. I want all of you guys to finish above me. Whether that means all of us finish top 10k because I get like 10k views or whatever, then that's perfect. I'll finish top 10k as long as my viewers finish above me. So well done, Sam, for a really good season, and hopefully the next season is just as good. Darshil saying thanks for the kind words, brother. Manash saying that he's 743rd in India, so that number is always going to be special to you. You can get it tattooed on yourself or something. My wife was 77th overall today, but Captain David Silva, so that's just unfortunate. Hopefully she doesn't take it too harshly. I mean, even if she was 77th, she's probably still massively high up in those ranks, which is great. Thanks, Mohammed, for the kind words. Karan saying FPL is my drug, Davey FPL is my dealer. So I appreciate that one. Time saying my scores went crazy. No, that's great. No, I can understand that perfectly. It's finished 2.3k, which is great. That's a really good finish to do. Stump Dragon saying I got 111 points this week. So that's also an achievement to do, is whenever you get above 100 points, it's a massive achievement to me. So that's a great, and hopefully that managed to actually boost you up the ranks a lot. But yeah, I don't know if you guys have any other questions for me. I'll probably take some other questions about just general non-FPL stuff if you want to. It'll be kind of a chilled stream for a little bit longer. I don't think there's much to talk about. I think most people are kind of out celebrating their good results. So I'll probably just head over to Twitter and kind of see. Bikash saying 2 best channels, Davey and Let's Talk FPL. So that's a massive compliment there. Andy's really good at what he does. I mean, just look at his deadline stream that he did today. A massive amount of people. I mean, he's one of the best, if not the best, FPL YouTubers or content creators that is on the platform. So to be compared to him is a really big compliment. So thanks a lot, Bikash. I won in my country by 120 points. Won some YouTube channels. Number 2 in Davey versus the World, 30. So Christoph. So I will go to Davey versus the World. That's actually a good. I don't think the leagues have updated yet. You can correct me if I'm wrong. I will know because obviously these will move up. But let's go to Davey versus the World and see what happened in that one. So, but I mean, second in my mini league is crazy. There's a lot of people in there. So Vincent saying if Doherty wasn't subbed off at 59 minutes, I would be... So Doherty was subbed off at 59. I'm sorry, Vincent. That's terrible. Okay, so it's not updating my league, unfortunately, guys. I'll post it on Twitter, the winner. I'm really sorry because you finished second. Unfortunately, I'm not doing the stream as late as I probably would have liked to, because then everything's updated. But I just couldn't really contain it. Okay, so it is. So there's Christoph, second place. Just couldn't get above Joey. If you watched the video, we did a video on Joey. So Christopher, I think that's how you pronounce your name. You're not South African, are you? Because then I think that surname looks a little bit Norwegian/Swedish. Apologies if I'm getting it wrong. Jason Buerta looks South African. I don't know about Joey. I think Joey was from Lebanon. But really good finish here. Great finish for you guys to manage to finish that high. I'm just going back in chat. Now that FPL is done, you can have more time for bronze pack method. I won't lie to you, FIFA's become a little bit stale for me at the moment after EA not really dropping that many grindable SBCs and whatever. So I'll see how I do have a lot of more time now to play FIFA though. Cool Bear saying how has uni and exams been, bro? So uni's been a little bit different. We kind of gone all online. I have however got a permit to go and do experimental tests back on campus now. So I'll probably be heading there in this week or next week. Exams were good. I got 3 out of 5 marks back, which were good. But then the 2 marks still that I haven't got back, they haven't marked yet. So I'm hoping that they get to us soon. Manash saying, what will you be doing since Prem is over? I'm probably going to go back to my university work, or I'll probably just chill and play FIFA. Who's your favorite player ever? It's going to be Stevie G. Steven Gerrard. From an FPL point of view, it's probably going to be one of the Liverpool assets. But in terms of actual players, it's Stevie G. I've been a Liverpool supporter my entire life, so I've got a lot of nostalgia with them. But I also like Torres a lot. Do you think it was a hard season? I think it was a hard season because of the end. A lot of quick game weeks. A lot of decisions had to be made quite early, which is a little bit unfortunate sometimes. So, I mean, in terms of that, I think it was a really hard season. And it also is a hard season because we have that 2-month, I think it was a 2-month or 1-month break between, which really cuts up the form. So we could be going into and thinking that Leicester are a really good team, but then after lockdown, they're terrible, if you know what I'm saying. So it's really hard in FPL to predict kind of the form and the fixtures, especially when you don't have that much stats to back it up. Delano Lilly saying, thanks for your help. Met my target for the season from 5 million last season to around 61k. You're the best. So thanks for the kind words there. Valentino saying, I want to start my own channel. Can you give me any advice? So my advice to you would just be to start it. I'm not the best person to talk about starting a YouTube channel because I think I got really lucky. I managed to finish 22nd that season, so a lot of people just kind of followed me and subscribed because I finished that high. I think Andy, Let's Talk FPL, is going to make a video, he said, in the kind of off-season about making FPL content and everything. So I think he's probably the best person to ask because he's been at it for a long time. And he also, it's kind of his job that he does now full-time, whereas with me, it's kind of just a part-time thing. But my honest opinion would just be to just start it. Unfortunately, you might not get a lot of views at the start. I'm not saying that I'm expecting you not to get views, but sometimes it's just hard to get that little bit of a kick at the start. And I was really lucky. When I didn't have a lot of subs, I messaged Capkin Gaming and he did a collab with me, which was crazy. So I got a lot of subs from that as well, which is why I'm always forever grateful for Capkin because he gave me that initial boost that I needed. Is there a mini league, open league I can join with a bunch of y'all? I'm still new. So we'll probably have another mini league next season time. Maybe I'll have a members league or something like that for those of you because that'll be a little bit smaller. See you after 45. So Bikash says 45 days next season starts. So that's great. So I'll see you there. Thank you for the help this season. Don't worry, Dylan. I appreciate it. What's your UCL final predictions? Ask Karam. So as far as I know, I think that whoever wins between Man City and Real Madrid are going to go far. I personally think that Bayern Munich have a really good chance, but I also think that Man City have a really good chance. Because Man City have a crazy squad depth, playing really well at the moment. So if they manage to overcome Real Madrid, I think they're going to go all the way. And I wouldn't be surprised if Man City actually ended up winning. I'm a little bit biased probably because I watched the Prem, but I think that they definitely have a good chance. LV saying, I haven't slept for weeks. Games came with such a fast pace. Yeah, but sometimes it's a good thing to do because we managed to get a lot of FPL content out and that kind of stuff. Thanks, Zap, for the kind words. And Neil, I don't think Pep will be sacked. I think he won't be sacked. He'll leave when he wants to. Michelle saying, I got 3K in the world. That's crazy. Well done. No worries, J Ham. I appreciate it. How to get 100K rank? Just watch my YouTube videos and then you'll get. No, you just have to kind of make the right decisions. In FPL, you're obviously not going to get everything right all the time, but you can just try at least. And I think once you've played, you've played through a couple of seasons, you'll get the real hang of FPL. Vincent, are you using any paid subscribed FPL tools? So I have a partnership with Fantasy Football Hub. Will gave me like a lifetime membership thing. So if I ever need stats, I go look at there. But there are also other FPL tools that you can use especially for price rises and stuff like that. Davey, we want to see you. And then I think someone also said I should start streaming with a webcam. I'll see how it goes. I just think that me personally, I don't really feel like we need a webcam. I don't think my content's going to change that much. I mean, it's not like because I have a webcam, I'm going to start suggesting other teams. Yeah, so Tom, I think people are correcting you there in chat. Edison's Brazilian. So I don't know who the captain is or who the keeper is for Argentina, but I think Edison's probably going to be competing with Alisson. Do you think next season FPL will do something to block early team news? Asks Mikey. I don't really think so. Because I mean, so I don't know what happened today with those guys deactivating their accounts. I haven't been on Twitter, so maybe there's been some news about that. But I don't think that the FPL people and the fantasy or the Premier League shut them down, because we had the COP HQ say early team news and they've been around for a long time. So I don't think it's like something like that that's that deep. But yeah. Thanks for everything. Looking forward to next season. We'll keep in touch. Thanks a lot, G-Ball. Thanks for becoming a member as well. Jason Rayner is saying, we got the same amount of points, Lamar, the boy Connolly with the bag of points. So I think that's just a little bit of luck there. I would say probably beginner's luck for Jason. Not surprised that he probably has some points on his bench. But no, I'm happy for you, Jason. But I think you got the same points, but I don't think it's the same rank, eh? I think it might be, this might be your rank here. Seven more. No, I appreciate you. Appreciate you joining, Jason. Zapsang got early team news and I got them all correct. So I won my mini league, says Danny, $1K. So please, guys, spend your money wisely. Don't go out and splash the cash on something like a Davey FPL membership. That's not advised, guys. Spend it on some quality entertainment or something like that. But no, overall, I'm really happy that you guys managed to win your mini league. Hopefully, I was a small part of it. I think that's what I kind of want to make with my channel, is helping people make the right decisions and that kind of thing. So Karan, what are the perks of being a member? There's not many, unfortunately. I think it's basically just being having in chat, having your name being read out more. I'll make a video on it at the start of next season, but there's people that continuously donate. So say you donate $2 a stream for me to read out your question. You could just become a member for $5 or $5. I don't know what it is exactly. But $5, and then it's you saving money. So I don't know why I'm telling this, because I'm not getting as much money as I would have, but it just makes sense to me saving money on becoming a member. It just basically makes your messages easier to read, Karan. And that's basically all. So maybe next season I'll try and make some more perks. But I think it's basically going to wrap up the stream, guys. I finished 5K, 5.4K, 5.5K, I think. But I'm going to let you guys go and enjoy the rest of your evenings. I don't know what I'm going to be doing. Probably just contemplating what I'm going to be doing with my life without FPL. But thanks for those of you who joined the stream. If you managed to just join, you can watch this on replay. I think it was a pretty good stream, maybe some people will say, but I managed to make my way through the entire game week without looking at any scores. So at least my reaction to it was quite genuine. But this is going to wrap up the stream, guys. Really happy that you guys managed to get those green arrows and hopefully win your mini leagues. And I appreciate the continued support throughout the season. I'm going to be signing off. This has been Dave the FPL, and I'm out. Cheers. Bye.